Hi guys, welcome to the channel and to the energy update for my friends Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. So let's take a look at the energies for your next 7 days. What needs your attention? 9 of Wands, the Empress, the Magician and the Two of Swords. Guys, this is a call to action for some of you. You have to make an important decision. It can be about a romantic connection, but it can also be one about your career. We got the Three of Swords as our focus, and this is no joke. This is about disappointments. Let's say expectations that were not fulfilled. We have a journal in the card, so memories. We got the Remembrance Oracle card. There can be the realization that a situation is not anymore the one for you. This can be true when it comes to career, and it can be true also when it comes to matters of the heart. You can have a realization, and you can realize that it can be time for a change. But it's also important for you to ground yourself. Earth Oracle card. You have to count on your own roots. They have to be the strongest possible, because the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. And it's an energy that can describe some of you extremely challenged, by the unfolding events. And there can be the risk to face a burnout, especially professionally speaking, because maybe you have a lot on your plate and a lot of people with a lot of requests, and you have to handle them, kind of multitasking a lot of things. But the energy can also describe a disappointment in the romantic arena, because maybe you were counting on the opportunity to manifest the Empress energy. If we think about growth, development, a positive one, a healthy one, and unfortunately, it seems that the romantic connection is falling short. So you will have to take the lead, the Magician. But the decision, if we follow the Two of Swords, can almost feel like a gamble, because it can be a choice towards the unknown. But what can be real can be the struggles. And this is something that deserves your attention, because it can be a sufficient reason to decide to pursue something different. The Empress is pregnant, guys, in this version of the card, so maybe this is a factor for some of you. Maybe you are a parent, maybe you are expecting a child, and so these are factors that can play an important role in the evaluation that some of you will have to fulfill. So let's see what we can get about these energies, because this can be a test, and you will have to be courageous when it comes to the necessity to power through this transition. Queen of Swords, making a choice, speaking up. The verdict of the Queen of Swords can be extremely different from the one that other people may desire to hear. This is about standing up for yourself. Five of Wands. A lot of noise, a lot of turmoil. This can be competition at work for some of you. Maybe your talents are not seen, and other people always get the benefit, from every situation. You can be tired of that, and so you may decide to pursue your own development, your own growth in a different situation. If this is about competition when it comes to a romantic connection, it can be linked to the Three of Swords. Five of Cups, missed chance, and the Queen of Cups. Disappointed when it comes to expectations of the heart, guys. And so if that's the case, you will have to follow your intuition, you will have to trust your gut, you will have to make a decision from a perspective that is aimed at the opportunity to allow yourself to have a real chance to find a positive romantic connection, for example, because maybe there was a betrayal involved. We can say that now. Five of Wands, Five of Cups, Three of Swords, and maybe you can find out kind of all of a sudden a realization. There can be memories involved, yes, but they have to be put in perspective, because if the connection is struggling, you have to take that into consideration as well. When it comes to work, guys, the current job for some of you can be a disappointment, you know, speaking kind of overall when it comes to the situation. And you will have to decide if you can find, it's a process of course, but if you can find alternatives that can allow you to shine in the brightest possible way in order to find the real chance to display your talents, what you have to offer. And you have a lot to offer, but the circumstances have to be the right ones in order to allow you to display what you can do. So big crossroads coming up, and you will have to rise to the occasion, magician. You will have to trust your intuition, see the vision in your mind so that you can then manifest it into reality. Of course, there can be a price to pay when it comes to the change, the transition, but you can be courageous enough to figure out what are the steps that can allow you to move forward towards a better situation. What you don't see coming, King of Wands, King of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and the Justice. Guys, I am leaning towards the fact that this can be another crossroads in some sense. The Justice can be a right and fair decision, but if you are married, it can be the opportunity to go down the divorce road. Three of Swords, still valid the considerations that we have shared when it comes to the first scenario. Realization can be the opportunity to figure out that a connection is not anymore the one that it used to be. Remembrance circle card, memories. The two of you, you and your person, can be extremely mature. You can be driven. Guys, this one seems to be a scenario in which two partners at some point of the journey realize that they want different things. It's difficult to find agreements in order to give a fair chance to each other to achieve the results that can be the ones that are truly desired. And so, Four of Pentacles, it's like someone that has to sit back in order to allow the other person to be successful. Maybe this mechanism started to play out in the connection, and now it seems that the situation cannot last. And so the Four of Pentacles can become the opportunity to cut our losses. We have a door closed, so communication may not be a plus at this point of the connection. It can be difficult to find agreements because it's possible that there is a subtle desire to prevail in order to make a point, you know, in order to win certain arguments. And this is not beneficial when it comes to the balance. So if we follow the two lovely cats in the Justice Major Arcana, they are fighting. The perspective may not be the same anymore. And one of the two of you can be more passionate, you know, someone that can say, all right, let's do this thing because it's gonna work. The other one can be more cerebral. It's like there is the need to come up with a plan so that we can follow certain steps. We are not going to make mistakes, you know, this type of mindset. It's difficult, guys. It's difficult to work things out, and the Three of Swords can be an increasing energy in a situation like this one. There is a window slightly open in the Four of Pentacles. The black cat is looking outside your intuition, I would say. It's almost as if you have already started to think about what can be available outside of this connection, and the Justice can be the price to pay. Let's see what we can get, guys. It seems a challenge, this one. And from the Change Oracle card, we have the message that says that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. King of Cups, another king. Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Swords again. So there can be an apology for some of you, especially if you are married. It is not said that the apology can pay off. The last word is gonna be the word of the King of Swords. If you resonate with the King of Swords, you will have to figure out if you are still in love with your person, King of Cups. Because if feelings and emotions are deep under the surface of the water, it means that the connection is already over, even if it was an important one. For others of you, maybe not married, the Knight of Pentacles is the offer that never comes because the Knight is the slowest of the four. Source of disappointments, the Three of Swords. There can be a conversation, yes, but it may point the two of you towards the opportunity to part ways, because maybe at this point of the journey you want different things. Guys, I am leaning towards the fact that the King of Wands can be your person. They can be passionate about you, but maybe they do not want to give up the goals that can represent a priority for them, and this is understandable, but at the same time, it's unfair to ask to another person to give up their expectations, you know, in order to please the desires of the other one. We need balance, and it seems that the justice is almost compromised, you know, if we think about an equal give and take, a right and fair exchange. So this is going to be a difficult conversation. There is no way to sugarcoat the situation because of the Three of Swords and because of the Change Oracle card. If the roots of the connection are not strong enough, the connection cannot last. And so you can buy some time, maybe, but at some point, the necessity to be honest with each other is going to come up, you know, it's inevitable, basically. And it seems that some of you can move in a different direction. Of course, if there is a divorce to face, this is quite a challenge, but if there is no alternative, we have to go through it. And so in that scenario, baby steps in order to handle everything so that you can set yourself free. Guys, I hope that I made myself clear and this was helpful somehow, some way. If you want to comment, like and subscribe, it will help our channel to grow, so thank you. And until next time, I wish you all the best, take very good care of you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.